And we want to use this platform to do our part in helping people connect and get outside and get active. And there's just so many cool things to connect to. And the Chattanooga Trek Club is one of those. And one of the things I love about Chattanooga Trek Club and Wild Trails that's going to follow us on the second half of the show is there really is, just in your organization alone, there's so much to do. But before we jump into that, we do want to talk about this platform a little bit more, because there are, we need support for the Chattanooga Trek Club and for Wild Trails and for Sorba and for whatever the coalition of rock, I don't know them all, like y'all, the Rock Climbing Coalition and the whatever the kayaking group is. These are mostly nonprofits of people that are just sincere about helping others to get involved and conserving the wonderful resources that we have here in Chattanooga. So if you're watching on YouTube or on the Facebook live stream, that sign could be you. We could be promoting you here and giving you wonderful credit. And instead of Cindy's Choice, and thank you, Chicken Salad Chick, always. Chicken Salad Chick sponsors my Cindy's Choice show. But you could be getting the credit for supplying this awesome platform for our community. So if you're interested in that, please contact me at cindy@cindyschoice.com. cindy@cindyschoice.com. You better snatch it up before somebody else does, because this is we're going to build this platform and have a lot of fun in supporting our outdoor culture. And that starts with learning a little bit more about what Chattanooga Track Club is. I'm sure we've got some listeners that are not familiar and they're thinking this is about strictly running track. So y'all
it's far from it. We run on the roads. Some people run on the tracks. We run on the trails, and it's all shapes and sizes. It's not just for the fast runners. I'm not a fast runner, and I don't run long distance. That I do run for exercise and for enjoyment.
Exactly.
And we also have walkers participate in many of our events as well, so it's accessible to
That's
for
me.
walking.
I've never been a runner. I like mountain bike riding. I like to ride, but I love walking, and I especially love walking trails. And that's what I love about these types of events, is because there are the ones that come, the hardcore serious racers, but the people that just want to come and participate, and get involved and walk, or at whatever level they can, are always welcome and encouraged.
That's the great thing about running. The barrier to entry is, running and walking, anybody can do it. You just need a good pair of shoes.
Yeah, exactly. It is
about anywhere.
Exactly. And if what better area can you be in than this city is making it easier and easier for people to walk than ever. And I know there's been a lot of focus on the bike paths, but that's a lot what the communities are paying attention to too, is adding sidewalks, and of course the extensive riverfront trails and so forth like that. There is plenty of safe places to walk.
We have great resources like Enterprise South as well.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. But then we get into the trails, and I can't quote, but I know that we have just an endless amount of trail systems.
Well, there's people that come here from other places, other states, just to run the trails here and to bike and to use the resources that we have here. So to me, when I go someplace else, like even to Birmingham or Nashville, and I talk to people that love coming to Chattanooga and going to Raccoon Mountain or someplace like that, it says something that we've got this gem, and people do travel here on a daily basis.
Well, not just travel here, people relocate here.
They relocate here.
Yes,
They do. They do.
I mean, that's a lot what brought me here. Right. It was like, I'm Chattanooga by choice, and it was this environment that encouraged us. Like, we were traveling out here, and we're like, okay, let's just go ahead and stay here. We like this. So tell me, just jump in and talk about some of the events. What are the next events that you guys have coming up?
Well, our first official event of the season is the Locomotion 12-hour and 6-hour, and it's going to be at Spangler Farm or the Greenway. I've heard it called a couple different things, but it's out off of Hamill Road. It's where the dog park is. And so it's a 6-hour and a 12-hour run, and you can do either. You can do it by yourself, or you can do it as a team, and
it sounds scary. It does. It sounds scary. You can share it with a friend, or several friends.
It's a lot of fun. And basically the people that are in it to win it, it's however many laps you can do around the course in a 12-hour period or a 6-hour period.
Okay.
But other people just come out and do it as a personal challenge. Like, they set in their mind, I'm going to do 20 laps.
Is this the one where is this the one where Wild Trails is the co-coordinator?
No, I think that's in May, I believe. Randy's got a similar, it's a 100-mile relay, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good times.
And I mean, it doesn't really, I know there's people in super shape. I mean, I've been to Ironman. I know that, but at the same time, it's like I was relating to as me attempting that. I'm like,
this is a cool one because like I take my dog out and walk at the Greenway. And so people they could come out and walk a lap. Last year, I think we did it at Camp Jordan, and I brought my dog and I walked a lap, with my dog. So it's really family friendly. You don't have to be at a certain pace. You can walk it, you can run it. But the next race after that, you got to talk about because it's awesome.
Tell us, Stacey.
Yeah.
Chickamauga Chase. This is the 50th running this year.
Wow.
Down at Chickamauga Battlefield. What's great about the event is the variety that we have available. There's a 15K for people who are looking for a little more distance. There's a 5K, which is walkable. There's also an 8-mile trail race, which we're partnering with Wild Trails on. They produce the trail portion.
Okay.
A 2.4-mile walk, as well as a Kitty K.
So
So
my goodness.
there is something for everybody, and it's a beautiful venue. We're at Wilder Field over by the monument, the tower. We've been blessed with good weather, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx that, but I mean, it's a beautiful spring morning. It's just
what is the date of that event?
Saturday, April 21st.
Ah, that'll be nice.
Yes.
And the previous event you said was coming up
April 14th.
April 14th.
So the week before.
And go ahead. We're going to repeat that again, but go ahead and give out the information where people, if they want to find out about the Chattanooga Track Club events.
Run. It's easy. RunCTC.org. Super simple. RunCTC.org. And you can find out about races. You can find out about group runs. You can find out about our new youth running program, which I know we would love to talk about today when the time's right.
Yeah.
But talking about when you're talking
let's
about
jump into that.
Okay.
I love talking about anything youth running.
Yeah,
jump
when
into
you're
that, we can come back to the because we're always going to be talking about the next coming event, the next coming attraction. So what is this?
So when you're talking about getting people active, and you got to start somewhere. We're really focusing on getting kids active at the very first step, teaching them how to run and teaching them the skills and the discipline and how you warm up and how you condition. And it's not because you want to be a racer, you want to be competitive, but you just want to be active.
Yes.
So we have a new director of our youth program, and we're collaborating with all the other organizations in town that are doing like things. I mean,
because Randy had a great guest on last week from Baylor with their walkabout program over there, and I love that because I'm like that. The seeds were planted with me early. We camped when I was a kid. We were active. I rode my bike. I always had a bike, and and so those seeds were planted to be active, to enjoy being outside and healthy and so forth. And it's so important in this technology, social media environment that I think the young people are in now. We have to get more on purpose, more intentional about getting them outside.
And I think running, especially, I mean, for me as a child, running was meant to be punishment. So I love the idea of exposing children to running as a fun thing to do.
It is fun.
Don't go do laps because you were naughty. Go out and frolic in the grass because it's a great time.
No wonder I don't run.
That's how I was introduced to running, was go do laps. You talk during class, but no, I mean, it's fun. It's
a lot of fun. Yeah. And it just feels so good when you're competitive with yourself, and when you just feel, and I'm a little kind of, I don't want to use the word discouraged, but I'm a little, I guess, apprehensive right now, because one of the reasons I was excited to start this again is I started a business this year, so I haven't been that active. And I know if I start talking about it again, I'll get accountable. Yeah. Of course I miss it. I don't just miss it because of the physical activity and the enjoyment. I miss the benefit I get from feeling better, being more energized, less coffee, less caffeine, my cognitive, everything. I feel the difference of not being as active as I'm used to being. The last couple of years before this year of jumping in and starting a business, I had a really, really good balance, and I've got to get that back because it affects my overall production. So it really is just part of a healthy lifestyle. And it's hard for people sometimes. They want to join things. They want to get involved. We have a lot of influx of new people into our area. And that's a lot what this show is to introduce you to people and activities to make it that much easier to go get involved.
Well, the cool thing about the track club, of course, we want people to join because there are benefits to joining. But if people are just looking for somebody to run with, we have group runs. You don't have to be a member to join a group run. We do activities that nobody's asking for your membership card. By joining the track club, actually your money goes into helping support stuff that we do, like youth programs and our communication system that helps send you information about what's coming up, or a website or things like that.
Or keeping our races reasonably priced. That's very important to us.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because, it's hard to make a financial commitment until you do kind of test something out a little bit and feel more comfortable and build that confidence in knowing you're going to be able to connect, and that's a good fit for you. So I definitely want to encourage people to come get involved and go on some walks and so forth. And I definitely want to encourage people to get their children to get involved in these youth programs, because you say you're collaborating with other. So
the running stores, the other clubs that are doing similar things, the triathlon club, of course, the Chattanooga Track Club. I mentioned the running stores, some of the coaches who really want to give back, some of the local runners, competitive runners who had that inspiration, or they had somebody
mentorship.
The mentorship.
There you go.
They want to come and give back, and nobody's doing it for any money.
Right.
They're doing it because they believe in it. They're passionate about it.
For the love of it. Yeah.
Yeah. They realize the benefits.
And that's the key thing that I also like for people to understand about this culture, is it just really is a love of the activities and helping and including others. It's one of the big things. I'm a hang glider pilot, but I haven't been active in some years. And oh Lord, do I miss the flying? The flying is incredible. But you know what I miss more is that camaraderie,
the community that you're.
Yes, and I'm still. We're all still, but I don't get to hang out with them and be as involved as I used to be. And I can't wait to be, at the end of the day when you're all around the campfire and there I was stories and all that. It's like I miss that so much, and it's just such a warm, inviting kind of. I remember we were traveling a lot, and you got your hang gliders on the roof, and you'd pull up to a site where you didn't know anyone, a hang gliding club in another state or something, but you had instant friends, right? Right there, you had something in common, right? That you were in, and you had instant friends wherever you went.
I think the equivalent in running culture is bumper stickers.
Yeah,
the 13.1 to 26.2. You know who to pull up next to and make conversation with at any given event.
Exactly. No, because I'm at Whole Foods almost daily, and it's like all the bumper stickers in the back. I go, I know what they're
the ones you can relate to.
Well, we do have an event coming up. February, is it 24th? Is that
wow?
So one of our partners is the YMCA. And so we do a lot of things out of the downtown Y. We do our group runs start there. Some of our group runs do. And a couple times a year, we do a pancake breakfast for our group runs. And that'd be a great time for people to come by and talk to some of us and find out more about the club and meet some other runners, go on a group run with some runners. Again, no cost. And then when you come back, we'll feed you pancakes and chocolate milk.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, coffee. And again, there's no cost. You just walk in the Y and be part of the festivity.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Then that's on February 24th.
February 24th.
And direct people again, it's Run CTC. It's like Run Chattanooga Track Club, runctc.org, where you can get more information about getting involved with any of these types of events and activities, and hang out with these cool girls. I've got Stacy Malecki and Jenny Burrs with me from the Chattanooga Track Club, and you are listening to Nooga Outdoors on NoogaRadio. And this is a platform we created to help the community connect to the wonderful outdoor culture that we have here in Chattanooga, which is it's just centric to the whole Chattanooga area. I came here in '88, and that was what attracted us here. Twice, Outside Magazine, best city ever. And Outside Magazine. We just have such wonderful resources. We're very blessed in this area that so many organizations and people secured so much of that around here. And then these organizations are getting on board to help reserve and conserve these resources that we have. And that's a lot what the Track Club and Wild Trail and all is about. So we've got a few minutes left. So let's are there more events? Is that a good thing?
We produce 14 events throughout the year.
Oh my goodness. So give more examples. Like what would be that? We mentioned a couple coming up in April. So what would be another good event to highlight?
So the Chattanooga Chase, which is always Memorial Day. And again, it's another longstanding 50 years old. So, we've got a lot of races that are 30, 40, and 50 years old that the track club's been putting on. Chattanooga Chase is in Riverview. It's a big challenge for a lot of people because there's some nice little hills in
There's
Riverview.
There's just one straight to the top of Minnetonka.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a very popular race. And then, of course, we got the Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics Riverbend race, which is on June 9th. And that's a big popular one. It's the Saturday before Riverbend, or the first Saturday of Riverbend.
That's where I met Jane last year.
Yeah.
I remember. I tracked her down.
She's the race director, and she's got some fun stuff cooking for this year. So I think people are really going to enjoy that race.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, she's got something. What is it? The cart that's going to be out on the course?
I believe there's going to be a Bloody Mary rescue mobile.
Bloody Mary rescue
rumor has
mobile.
it.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear that from me.
That's appropriate for Riverbend. That's perfect.
And then June 24th, we have the Chattanooga Waterfront Triathlon. Again, it's a 30-plus-year-old race. It's down at Ross's Landing. And we have an intermediate distance and a sprint distance. So if there's somebody that's thinking about, I want to try a triathlon, we've got the sprint distance, super easy course. So they need to come try that out.
Well, we have a new toy that I want to show y'all out there that we're going to use for, for live remotes.
Okay.
But it's like this great boom box too. I mean, we could have so much fun with it.
Absolutely.
But I just want to encourage, again, we are looking for sponsors for this platform, and we could have so much fun with some live remotes at some of these events and really getting a lot of exposure for some really wonderful businesses that are willing to support this, because this opportunity for them to come and share with the community about all these great activities, I'm elated that we get to do this, because we can help more and more people connect. And that's what it's about. Somebody right now is listening, and hearing this for the first time and understanding what the Chattanooga Track Club is and how many fun activities there are involved and how easy it is to get involved to check them out. So I absolutely love that. We're down to about a minute. I want to remind folks that you are listening to Nooga Outdoors on NoogaRadio. Chattanooga Track Club ladies have joined me, and I just want to thank you so much, Miss Stacy Malecki.
Thank you for having us.
Always just such a pleasure having you on. And this is the first time for
Yeah.
Jenny Burrs, the new president of the Chattanooga Track Club. And just thank you so much. I look forward to having both of you ladies back on a regular basis. So
Anytime.
just if y'all want to think of some other participators, that's not a good word. Some racers, or highlight some people that are very involved, that contribute a lot and so forth like that. Just text me, let me know. Let's have them back on the show. All right, ladies, thank you. We'll be back. Stay tuned for Wild Trails.